Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle and this is your wish fulfilled. If you are returning, thank you so much for being here with me, being a part of this brand new little family that we are building on this channel. Today I want to talk about the belief. Well, I guess it's a belief. I'm not really sure what we're gonna call it. Okay, there's kind of like a movement going around where we're being told not to put so much focus on our feeling state, which is kind of funny in the Neville Goddard community, in the Law of Assumption Neville Goddard community, because literally there's a book that Neville Goddard wrote called Feeling is the Secret, right? But we're being told that, you know, feelings don't really matter, don't worry about your feeling state, blah 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 blah. I don't subscribe to that, whatever that movement. I don't. Okay, I do believe that our feeling state is very important, not just because of manifestation. Okay, our feeling state is very important because that is what colors your experience here. All right, so in the manifestation process, you guys, there are two different things at work. Okay, so your feeling state is comprised of your thoughts, okay, and your emotions. That's what feeling state is. Okay, your feeling state is simply a thought pattern or a thought with an emotional charge attached to it. That's what makes a feeling state. Okay, in terms of, and so what I'm going to be talking to you guys about right now really isn't going to be, it's going to be, I guess it's going to be maybe a two-parter. We're going to be talking about your feeling state in terms of, you know, subconscious programming. And then we may or may not talk about your feeling state in terms of manifesting. Yes, we will. We will. Okay, we will. In this one video. All right, no two-parters, no two different ones. Okay, first of all, you guys, let's talk about a belief, all right? A belief is the same thing. A belief is, okay, so first your thoughts, okay? A thought by itself means nothing, okay? A thought only becomes meaningful. It only becomes powerful. It only becomes a part of you. A thought only becomes a part of you and your programming once you attach an emotional charge to it, okay? The emotional charge is what imprints that thought into your subconscious mind, and it is the emotional charge, aka the feeling, okay, however you connect with that, in, you know, as into your programming. All right, it's that, this is why the feeling state is so important. You know, you've got people telling you that you can make your own rules, that you know, you can manifest whatever you want regardless of what you're feeling. And I'm not here to tell you what is right or what is true or what is fiction or whatever, but we do kind of have a way that we experience things. And let me just put it this way, okay? Think about the manifestation process, you know, and your way of getting there or manifesting it, like you driving a car, okay? And you know, you're this vehicle, or you're in this car, you're behind the steering wheel, okay? So your thoughts are going to be the navigation system and then also the steering wheel, right? That's what thinking is. That's what your thoughts is. Your thoughts basically set the destination where you're going to go. Your emotions are the fuel that get you there. Your emotions are the gas that get you there, okay? Now, can you get to your destination without any gas? Yes, actually you could. Okay, you actually could. You can get out of your car and you can push your car to wherever you're needing to go. Okay, it's a little bit, it's you know, that's a lot of willpower. That's what I kind of like, that's what I equate to using your willpower. All right. If you would just learn to master your feeling state, okay? And this includes clearing out whatever current feeling state that you feel is making your life a miserable living hell, okay? That's basically what's going on here. The reason why people are telling us not to focus so much on our feeling state is because they don't know how to help you with it. They don't know how to help you with clearing emotional charges, okay? So they're just simply focusing, and they're talking about collapsing waves and blah, 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 blah. Yes, with emotions, it's all energy, okay? The thought pattern coupled with the emotional charge, it's all one thing. This is how you collapse it. This is how you collapse a belief, a negative thought pattern. Okay, but in order to create a new one, see, it's like you're trying to override programming, by simply just writing over what's already there. You have to go through it and clear what's already existing. You have to deal with the the present feeling state. Okay. The reason why I've got the map of consciousness here, you guys, I'm not going to be teaching simply on this. Here's the thing. People are believing that, in order for manifestation to work, that they have to, access emotional levels that they don't currently have access to, okay? These different emotions start off like here at courage, right? So when you think about emotions, you got willpower down here, okay? And then you've got like autopilot up here, okay? This is where down here on the lower half of the map, this is where you're trying to manifest out of sheer brute force, out of willpower, okay? You're out of the car and you're trying to push your car to where you want to be. Where if you would just access this energy up here, you're actually, you're fueling your car, you're behind the wheel, and you're using the gas to get you to where you want to go, okay? So the misconception with manifesting is thinking that in order for you to be able to manifest using a feeling state, that you have to get yourself to the absolute peak emotion. Remember what I've taught in my, in a past video about you only need faith the size of a mustard seed, okay? Meaning there's a conglomerate, there's like a myriad of emotions here that you have access to that will work perfectly fine, okay? Whatever you're wanting to manifest. You don't have to be up here, blissed out. You don't have to be up in peace or anything like that. If you just get up to the point of where it's like courage, knowing that you can, that you're allowing it, you're allowing what you want to actually happen. That's enough gas to get you there, okay? And this is, and one of the reasons why gratitude, okay? People just talk about gratitude all the time because universally it's one of the most, it's one of the most recognized emotions to be able to conjure up, okay? And gratitude actually, if you were to test it using like either a pendulum or muscle testing, actually tests pretty high. I think it's in between peace and enlightenment, okay, as far as fuel goes. When you think about, you guys, fuel, okay, in terms of emotions, when you get up to like the area of love, okay, 500 and above, where you're feeling love, you're feeling joy, you're feeling blissed out, peace, gratitude, that is rocket fuel, okay? But you don't need rocket fuel to get there. It's like you can get there a lot faster if you board a plane or you take a rocket. But you know what? If you're not there yet, then just put it in your car. Use courage. Use neutrality, which would be affirmation or trust, knowing that you can, trusting that you can, having faith, feeling optimistic about it. All right. But I'm really being led to tell you or to guide you guys to really get into gratitude, putting yourself into the feeling of gratitude, because you will be feeling thankful when you are experiencing your manifestation. You will be feeling thankful for that. okay? So I guess we went right into manifestation. All right. Can you manifest what you want without really paying too much attention to your feeling state? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Some people, the reason why you can, okay, so here's the thing. There's two different camps going on here. If you are somebody who is deeply feeling and you're dealing with an existing feeling state that is very challenging, it's very difficult, the feeling state that you have right now, you would, be more down here where you're feeling like, maybe anger, desire, which is more like lust, right? We got craving. So the desire is more on a craving side than it is on an expectation. You got anxiety, regret, despair. That is where you are, you're using willpower, you're in survival mode, okay? You are out of your car and you're pushing your car to where you need to be, okay? You're exerting so much force. This is why you feel drained all the time. This is why you have no motivation or inspiration, and it's like you can't get your to-do list done, you're procrastinating all the time because you are living each and every day forcing yourself, as opposed to, when you start to clear away these emotional charges, you start to remove the drain and you connect more to the emotional charges that actually give you energy, okay? These take away energy down here. This is why you're feeling so fatigued, so unmotivated, okay? Hopeless, disappointed, antagonistic, okay? You get up here into these higher feeling states, you get energy. They give you energy, and it's just like, it's not even giving energy. See, what we don't understand, you guys, is you are these things up here, okay? You're being drained. Like your existing programming, it's like it's a plug that's plugged into the essence of who you are, and it's draining you of your vital force energy. If you remove these plugs, okay, aka these draining emotional charges with this shitty thought system, you remove those plugs and, all of a sudden your energy's not feeling drained anymore. You're being filled with energy on a constant basis because you are energy. You are high energy. It's just you've got too many plugs plugged into you, sucking you dry. Okay? I hope this is making sense. So when we come back to a belief system, okay, because we're going to talk about clearing a negative thought pattern, clearing the plugs that are draining you of your vital force energy, which is, the same thing as your manifesting energy, okay? You are the God of your reality. You have the power, absolutely, to skyrocket yourself to your destination. But right now, you've got a lot of hoses in your gas tank siphoning of your energy. Okay? So, in order to clear a negative thought pattern, okay, and to do it quickly, and when we talk about a negative thought pattern, we're also, okay, let's just say a negative feeling state, because a negative feeling state consists of both the thought pattern and the emotional charge, okay? So, when you clear a feeling state, a negative feeling state, and think about the emotion as the glue, you guys. The guy that came up with this map of consciousness, his name was Dr. David R. Hawkins. He actually was a psychiatrist that was, his job title, but he was very spiritually awakened, okay? Researched, all this stuff. There's a book, I think it's called Letting Go, that I'll see if I had a community thing on here, which I won't have until I have 1,000 subscribers. I would post the thing for you on here, but talked about how the reason why it's important to focus more on clearing the emotional charge is because the emotional charge is the glue that holds those thoughts together. Okay, like I said, remember, a thought means nothing until there is an emotional charge attached to it, and you can have, it's like a web, right? You can have a web of thoughts that are glued together by the same feeling state. And if you clear the emotional charge, it detaches the charge from all of the feelings, all of the thoughts that are connected to it. Okay, it's like bursting a bubble, and then all of the thoughts that were in there that was making up that belief state dissipate. Okay, because when you're clearing the emotional charge, you're also clearing your attachment to it, your identification with it, your ownership to it. Okay, when you're clearing the emotional charge, and I'm talking about you are clearing away your belief that that thought is true. Okay, you're clearing away your ownership of that thought. You're clearing away your identification with that thought. Okay, it's the emotional charge that attaches you to that thought pattern. I hope this is making sense. Okay, I will continue to teach more on this. So the way to clear away the emotional charge is to do the releasing the wants. Okay, I talk about this video all the time. It's linked in the description box below. Okay, because if you've got a thought pattern that says I'm a victim, okay, you're going to be down here probably in hopelessness or apathy. Okay, despair and abdication. Abdication is like you are giving up your God-given right or responsibility, you know, as the co-creator of your life. You're abdicating. That's what they say, like abdicating the throne. You know, you're giving up your power. Okay, so if you have this thought pattern that says I'm a victim, and then there's an emotional charge attached to it in the flavor of maybe, you know, we're down here at like hopelessness, feeling hopeless, feeling despair, then the way you clear that emotional charge, you clear the emotional charge of feeling hopeless or helpless, feeling despair, by taking that feeling through the releasing process. Okay, so in this instance, and I'm not even going to take you through it because the releasing the wants video explains to you how the releasing process works and why. Your mind needs to understand why it's important, or it's not. You know, think of your mind as the gatekeeper, and your mind will get on board. Okay, so if you are feeling like crap, okay, if you've got a goal and you're wanting to level up in some area, and as you're doing your affirmations, 3D, you know, it doesn't even have to be 3D circumstances, you guys. What I've been finding out, you know, with my own healing and my own manifestation work is I don't even need 3D circumstances now for, you know, crappy feeling states, just like subconscious, like crappy subconscious feeling states to start to surface, because I don't need 3D circumstances now for that, right? I've opened up so much now that if there is anything blocking what I'm wanting to manifest, it comes up. Just, you know, it doesn't have to be triggered. It's something that I feel. You know, for instance, I'm doing really well with work. Manifesting very fast, feeling good, you know, more often than not. And then for some reason, sometimes, you know, I'll just get this feeling state will come up, and I'm like, what am I feeling? Like, why is my energy feeling pulled down? And because I understand how to, you know, clear an emotional charge, I just take myself through that process. I've learned not to question why, not to ask why am I feeling this way, what am I thinking, or anything like that. I just start releasing on the emotional charge, and then it goes away, and I'm back to being, you know, a more high energy feeling state. Okay, so when you are trying to manifest something in the beginning, because your feeling states are predominantly subconscious, and you are more or less programmed, or you're in the habit of not allowing yourself to feel them or think them, the only way for those things to be triggered is by your 3D circumstances, okay? The only way for you to feel this subconscious programming that I'm not good enough, or, you know, I'm not worthy, is through, you know, your circumstances giving you examples or feedback that you're not, right? When you get really, really comfortable with allowing yourself to just feel what's, you know, coming up, that's blocking what you are wanting to manifest, all of a sudden your 3D circumstances don't, you know, you don't need those anymore. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. And then, you know, so once you clear the emotional charge to that thought, the fuel is removed from that, you know, whatever that thought was. Okay, and then you can start to work with the thought itself. You can reframe the thought, you can question the thought. You know, you can, I'll have to talk about that in another video. Honestly, you guys, once you remove the emotional charge from the thought, which removes, you know, your identification with it, it removes the conviction that is true for you and stuff like that, all of a sudden you'll just start to see proof of the opposite. Like if you remove the emotional charge from the thought that I'm not good enough, all of a sudden your 3D circumstances will either start to reflect the truth that you are good enough, and or you will start to finally notice the proof that has been around you the whole time that you have and always have been good enough, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to think if there is anything else that I want to include on this video. Yeah, no. So as far as your feeling state goes, you guys, you can absolutely, I guess, I really don't know. I don't know if you can actually manifest what you're wanting to manifest if you are in a shitty feeling state all of the time. I don't know, okay? My thing is, you know, I'm not setting rules. I'm not saying that you can't, okay? I'm not saying that you can't. What I'm saying is, wouldn't you rather manifest what you're wanting to manifest and feel good while you're doing it? Because you absolutely can master your feeling state, okay? If you're feeling like shit, I mean, you're in survival mode, basically, okay? The name of the book where this map of consciousness came up is Power versus Force. Okay, up here we got power, and down here we have force. There's another, I need to think of another word for power, because that even kind of, to me, it's like that still feels like, that word still feels like you're exerting, you know, force. But down here it's like you're in sheer brute willpower. You're outside of your car, pushing your car, trying to get yourself to where you want to go. Can you get there? Absolutely. Are you going to expend a shit ton of energy, and will it take you longer to get to where you're wanting to go, and are you going to enjoy the journey while you're getting there? Fuck no. Okay, why don't you, like, you know, learn how to master your feeling state, clear out the, you know, learn how to clear out the emotional charge to these, you know, crappy thought patterns that are cycling in your subconscious, and you know, learn how to reprogram yourself with jet fuel instead. You know, could you imagine, you know, finally getting to a point, it's like, you know, yeah, maybe you don't want to be in a car because it's going to take you 3 or 4 days to get there, but it's a hell of a lot better than being outside of your car trying to push yourself there. You know, I mean, that's like luxury compared to that. You know, down here is survival mode, willpower, you're pushing your car. Up here is like, you know, you're finally in your car, just, you know, riding nice, luxurious in the AC conditioning, listening to music that you loved and listened to. It's like all of a sudden the journey gets a lot easier to get to where you want to go. Okay, and as you continue to clear away these negative feeling states, you know, that, remember, a feeling state is a thought with an emotional charge attached to it. You remove those plugs from your energy, your manifesting energy, and you're able to just naturally, because this is who you are up here. Like, these aren't things that you obtain. You already are these feeling states up here. You are those. That's why you'll never run out of energy. Okay? You'll never run out of energy as long as you don't allow yourself to, you know, create another plug that siphons off of your manifestation energy. Like up here literally is like autopilot. You're not even thinking about, oh, you know, there is no effort in manifesting when you're up here, because you're constantly in a feeling state that is in alignment with getting you what you want. You don't even really have to think about it, because it's who you are. You don't have to think about manifesting abundance, because you are abundance. You manifest abundance because you are abundance. You don't have to think about manifesting love or putting any effort into manifesting love or feeling love, because you are love. Okay? But when we're down here and we're living life down here and we have programmed responses where we're constantly in, our willpower, we're in survival mode, we forget the truth of who and what we really are. What does it really mean when somebody says you need to connect to your God state? Do you even know what that means? When someone says, and I don't even know if they know what it means when they tell you this, but connecting to your God state is realizing that you don't have to strive to obtain love, because you are love. A lot of the reasons why we want love is because we lack feeling love, because we're down here. When you start to clear away wanting love, you start to connect with the true essence of who you are, and you can just feel love all the time, regardless of what is happening in our 3D reality, regardless of who is or is not showing up in a certain way in our life. Okay? Connecting to your God state means really realizing and connecting to the true essence of who you are. You are abundance. You don't have to worry or, try to put in any effort when you're up here. You do when you're down here. Okay? Because down here, you forgot all of this. And I think this video is probably getting a bit too long, but I promise I will continue to talk about stuff like this, okay? You guys, just go watch the Releasing the Wants video. Get really, really conditioned to pay attention to your feeling state, okay? Whatever resistance is popping up, release on it, okay? Anytime you're saying, I want this but, whatever's coming after the but is the resistance, okay? I want this but, so-and-so isn't showing up the way that I want him to. Okay, take that through the releasing process, because that's just pointing you to a feeling state that you are currently experiencing that you need to release on. Okay, the feeling state meaning the thought with an emotional charge attached to it. If you release the emotional charge, the thought itself bears and carries no significance to you, okay, at all. All of a sudden, it's just a thought. It's not a truth. I hope that makes sense. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close this out here. I hope that it resonated. Do me a favor. Comment below. Let me know what you thought. Smash the like button for me. That's definitely a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel, so it helps to kind of keep this channel in YouTube's algorithm. It helps to grow it, helps to get it in front of more eyes for those that need it. Share and subscribe if you feel led to do so, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.